The first piece we're going to talk about is called Nocturne in Gray and Gold, Chelsea Snow. It was painted by the famous American painter James Whistler in 1876. It's an oil painting done on canvas, and it's 18.5 inches by 24.5 inches. One of the first things I'd like to bring up about this painting is its name. Whistler's perspective on his paintings was pretty interesting. Instead of naming the piece after its subject matter, he gave it a name that made it sound more abstract. He's essentially saying that his painting is about the composition and harmony of the gray and gold. Whistler isn't trying to focus on painting a realistic representation of Chelsea Snow. He actually does this with several of his paintings, using a word like arrangement, harmony, or nocturne, combined with whatever colors he is emphasizing in the piece. This was something that drove a lot of critics crazy, especially John Ruskin, who highly criticized his work and accused him of throwing a pot of paint in the public's face after his painting Nocturne in black and gold. A lot of these negative critics felt that art needed to serve some moral or didactic purpose. With the names that he gives his paintings, along with the subject matter, he's totally ignoring that concept. Whistler was a firm believer in the credo, art for art's sake. In other words, these paintings are just meant to be visually stimulating works of art. They're just meant to be beautiful and to be interpreted by oneself. There is no clear message to be understood. The viewers must decide for themselves. So looking at the painting, one of the first things we see is a single human figure. Then we look a little closer and see that the figure is standing in the middle of a city, draped in snow. There's also some lights coming from the windows of the various buildings. Then you look very close at the painting and realize none of that's actually there. The whole painting is just bodies of different colors harmoniously strung together to make one well put together composition and give the illusion that you're looking at a city. When I glance at this painting, I can vividly see a person walking down the streets of a snow-covered city at night. All of this is easily created by my mind, and the painting has so much depth to it. It's very impressive how Whistler was able to do this. All the colors are strategically placed to let our mind do the rest. Great use of color to create forms that aren't fully there. The soft gray and gold harmonize in a way that's very appealing. Overall, the painting has such a soft and soothing vibe to it. It's really peaceful to look at. It really is art for art's sake, and its composition has so much to it that it can stand alone without further meaning.
In this painting, Childe Hassam captures the light of the sun during golden hour, that time of day between high noon and dusk when the light looks as if it may be pure gold, my favorite time of day actually. This impressionist piece, Bowl of Goldfish, was painted by Frederick Childe Hassam. It is an oil-on-canvas painting done in the year 1912. It was part of a series of pieces all done by a window that are naturally known as the window series. The pieces in this series always portrayed a female figure wearing some type of floral gown or kimono, sitting at or standing near a table by a window. The women portrayed were typically staring out of the window, but if they were facing the viewer, their faces were typically void of expression and features. Similar to Impressionist painter Claude Monet, Hassam painted hundreds of paintings in his lifetime. He was known to paint up to 40 pieces in one setting, while some of his colleagues only painted as many as 6. Hassam was a part of the school that is known as the 10, or the 10 American Painters. He was close friends with artists like J. Alden Weir. Like many other American artists, Hassam made a trip to Europe in 1883, and soon after his trip, there were slight but noticeable changes in his technique. These principal years of exposure left his work marked by bright colors, hurried short brushstrokes, and an emphasis on the play of light that was common to the work of Monet, Degas, and Caillebotte. Personally, I am drawn to this painting because of the deep golden tones mixed with the bright greens. This blend of hues reminds me of lazy summer afternoons alone with my thoughts, much like the woman portrayed in this painting.